Hey guys, so today we will talk about good leadership and bad leadership. What separates a good leader from a bad leader? So we will go into 5 different attributes of what separates a good leader from a bad leader. So let's go. Number 1, good leaders do listen. They listen very well. Great leaders, they value your input, your ideas, and what you have to say. Versus bad leaders. Bad leaders they will dictate, they will just give orders and don't really care what the outcome is. So great leaders will always listen to you and want to understand your perspective. Great leaders are learners. They will certainly learn along the way, even from the least person in the company. But a bad leader would just give command and we gotta care less whether you have the right tools or you have the right instructions and whatnot. They just want you to figure it out. But a great leader will certainly listen and ensure that you do have a voice in the company. Great leaders learn from their mistakes, and bad leaders will blame their employees or blame their followers. Great leaders normally will see the failures as a lesson. They will learn from their failures. Every failure of a good leader encounter is a lesson for them. They learn from it. It becomes a stepping stone to correction. It becomes a stepping stone to something else that they could do better for their company or for their team. A bad leader will point fingers and find who's the weakest link on the team. So the weakest link on the team will be the person who get blamed by the leader. A great leader is a person who certainly empower his or her team. A bad leader would just point fingers. So that's what separates a good leader from a bad leader, a good leader from a bad leader when it comes to taking responsibility and being accountable. So 3, great leaders empower, bad leaders control. So great leaders are leaders who empower their employees. They are great leaders because they lift others up and delegate effectively. Bad leaders will micromanage. They will hoard power. A bad leader will want power to himself at all costs. He wants to be the guy who has all the answers. But a great leader will be a person who empowers his team, a guy who will coach his team members. A great leader will look at a team member who's doing not too well and he will go and coach him, and just to make him better. He wouldn't fire him. He wouldn't blame him. So great leaders are people who empower their employees or their followers. Now bad leaders, again, they are in control. They are control freaks. They micromanage and they hoard power. They just want to have all the power to themselves. Great leaders will spread out their power to make sure that everyone is empowered on their team. Number 4, great leaders think long term. Bad leaders only focus on immediate returns and immediate short terms. So great leaders plan for sustainable growth, while bad leaders chase immediate wins. So sometimes immediate wins will bring about stress among the group, and a sustainable growth method. Even though you may have a long-term goal, yes, you can break it up in short-term goals, mid-term goals, long-term goals. But if your mindset is just to have an immediate action done, an immediate response or result, that is an attribute of a bad leadership trait. Every leader, a good leader, will have to think long-term. Think long-term, what's going to happen in the next year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, and forecast. So a bad leader would just want to make sure something happened at all costs right there, regardless of the team burnout, or not having the right gadgets, not having the right tools. They just want to make it happen immediately. But a great leader will think long term. And while you're thinking long term, you can bring resources together, you can bring more talent on your team. You think long term, and you can actually have some thinking time. You can have some time that you're thinking on your processes. So the difference between a great leader and a bad leader, on item number 4, is they think long term versus short term. So number 5, great leaders lead by example, while bad leaders lead by fear. A great leader model integrity and hard work, while bad leaders rely on intimidation or authority alone. So a great leader would be an example. A great leader will work with the team. He will be the guy, or she will be the person who hold the hand of an employee and just help them out, as opposed to a bad leader who just intimidate and just lead by fear, and hoping that by leading by fear, it'll motivate the follower or the team member to work. It doesn't work that way. So that's the reason why great leaders will always delegate, lead by integrity, and empower their workers, coach them. A good leader is more like a coach. Meanwhile, a bad leader will certainly just rely on his authority, making sure that he's unreachable, he's untouchable. But a good leader will be down to earth. Because Christ said in Matthew that the greatest among you should be your servant. So if you want to be a great leader, be a person of service, be a person who is in a position to serve before you lead. So those are the attributes of great leaders. So these 5 nuggets I would like to leave with you. Great leaders do listen. Great leaders do learn from their mistakes. They empower the employees. They think long term, and they lead by example. So these 5 nuggets, I hope you can look at these and study them more in your leadership journey. Thanks for watching the ERW podcast. Please like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. Thank you.